Hi, my name is Nathan, and I'm a PhD student at Eindhoven University of Technology. And with this presentation, I want to talk about our work, human, bot, or both. This is joint work together with Christos, who's one of our master students, and Eleni and Alexander from our group. We might all have the feeling that bots are taking over the world. While the situation is not that dire that they're rolling around with pitchforks and torches, there has been a sharp increase over the last couple of years on the number of bots on social coding platforms such as GitHub. These bots are often used by developers to automate mundane tasks like the updating of dependencies. However, when we as software engineering researchers want to study, for instance, humans on GitHub, it is important that we take care and effort to filter out all of these bots, because otherwise we study bot behavior as human behavior. What then are mixed accounts? So mixed accounts are, for instance, GitHub accounts that look like humans because they have a human avatar, they have a human name, and they have a contribution history and a repository that appears to be human-like. However, they also have a string of posts that were clearly made by a bot. In this case, you can, for instance, look at the comment and you can see that it was clearly made by the semantic release bot. Our motivation for studying these accounts is the following. Suppose that we have the account history of several accounts, and we have some binary classifier that predicts whether these accounts histories were made by a human or a bot account. In the context of mixed accounts, as we saw in the previous slide, this binary classification is of course not sufficient enough because there is a third class of accounts. Then secondly, when it comes to classifying an entire user's account history, that might not be accurate because an account history is made up of several comments, and in the case of a mixed account, these comments were either individually made by a bot or a human account, so classifying entire comment histories might not be accurate. In this work, we took an existing data set of mixed human and bot accounts, and we took all of the comments made by these accounts. For each of these comments, we let a classifier predict whether the comment was made by a bot or a human, and we did this for all of the comments in the data set. Then we varied with different classifiers. We trained the classifiers on different features, and we used this information to assess whether these classifiers were able to accurately predict the presence of mixed accounts in the dataset. We found the following. We found that accurate classifiers in a binary setting might not be able to detect mixed accounts. So suppose we have two settings here. The one on the left is the setting where we have a dataset with only human and bot accounts, and the one on the right is a setting where we have human, bot, and mixed accounts. Now suppose that we have the following two classifiers, where the left one is trained on account level features such as the number of repositories started by a user, and the right one is a classifier that is only trained on the contents of a GitHub comment. Well, we found that the left classifier can be very accurate in a dataset where we only have human or bot accounts, while the right classifier is the most accurate one in a setting where we also have mixed accounts. In fact, we even found that the classifier on the left was not able to detect mixed account activity. We hypothesized that this is because of the following fact. Suppose that we have some mixed account here, then their activity is clearly a mix of either human comments or bot-like comments. So when we let classifiers train on features such as the number of repositories that are started by a user, then these classifiers might not be able to accurately predict that a comment was made from a bot when the comment was made by a mixed account. We started off this presentation with a definition of a mixed account. However, there is still a lot we don't know about mixed accounts. For instance, what's the advantage for a developer to let a bot account post under their own account as opposed to using a dedicated bot account for the bot service? Using the classification models that we discuss in this paper, we should be able to find more mixed accounts in the wild and better study this phenomenon. Secondly, there have been a lot of studies that apply bot filtering as some step in their pre-processing. How are the conclusions of these studies influenced by the fact that we can now also detect mixed accounts and maybe filter out bot comments made by mixed accounts? So these could be two potential next steps. If you are interested in this topic, please feel free to ping me, Eleni, or Alexander. And with that, I'd like to thank you for your attention.